Okay, so this is going to be a bit different from normal videos that I upload. I've only really done something like this with like Course 11 before, but regardless, this is Course 14 Reds and Dream Edition done in 2 save states. I'm going to be commentating some of it, not all of it. I'm only going to be commentating the first segment because it's the segment that I think is the least interesting, because if you're familiar with Course 14 120s, then you've seen this already, since it's like the same thing. But regardless, there are some things I want to talk about. First up, why I'm not commenting the whole thing. In short, I don't want to eat into commentary. When I actually get the star, I'm going to go more in depth in jumps and stuff and talk more about those things. But at this very moment, I don't want to talk about the jumps because it's early in the grind. I can't really predict like if the hard jumps now are going to remain hard, or like if like I like pretty much anything I say would be a prediction to the grind, and I don't really want to do that until I actually have the star. With that being said, though, if there's any jumps that seem notable to you and like you want to ask about them or anything, leave a comment. I'm willing to talk about them a bit. There's definitely some jumps that are really hard or maybe confusing. There's just tons of stuff. So with that being said, let's talk about the actual segments themselves. So first of all, how I actually did this. When I say 2 save states, I don't mean that I loaded save states twice. I mean that I made 2 different like checkpoints, and I got the sections from those checkpoints no matter how many tries it took. So in short, if you're familiar with like Clone Hero, this is like a 3-part Tech FC of a song, or a level in this case. That's the general idea we're going for. So the first segment took 40 minutes, and most of that was trial and error. It's really not that hard. There's not too many notable jumps. The second segment, on the other hand, took 3 hours and is significantly more difficult. It has so many difficult jumps, such as there's just a precise wall kick section, there's cones, there's a bunch of other wacky wall kick stuff. There's then like you have the satellite section, because it encompasses the blue tower and the satellite section, which is a bunch of really hard stuff. There's a triple firsty arch. There's like some like hedge slopes is what I call them. There's just a ton of insane stuff in that section, and it's definitely the hardest part of the star in my opinion. The third section took a surprising amount of time, considering that I didn't think it was that hard, but I did choke it a lot, and there were a lot of unfortunate deaths, such as, you know, fucking really, really random stuff, like hitting the very edge of a wall and bonking, which was just, ugh, yikes. But regardless, I think that section is not as hard as section 2, but it did take the longest. It took 3 hours 40 minutes compared to the 3 hours for segment 2. So that means that in total, the whole thing took 7 hours and 20 minutes to do the whole thing, which is, I think that's like a similar amount of time that Everlasting Encore Reds and 12 save states took. But remember, that was when I was significantly not as good at the game, because that was before even Course 12 Reds, and now I have like B2 Reds, RR Reds, C13 Reds, all that stuff. Speaking of which, speaking of Everlasting Encore Reds, that is, I'm not sure if, you know, there's some people that are like questioning whether or not this is harder than Everlasting Encore Reds. I can't really make that assumption yet, but I think that Everlasting Encore Reds is more reasonable than this. I think they're in like the same tier, and it's like interchangeable which one's harder, at the moment at least. I will say that this star is more fun than I thought it would be. I'm only around 16 hours of practice into the grind, but it's definitely a fun stage. I'm having there's a lot of enjoyable segments. It's very visually cool and impressive. I think that adds to a bit of the factor of the enjoyment factor there. It's just I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would, because I genuinely thought that I wasn't gonna like this stage that much, because there's so much dumb shit. And don't get me wrong, there's some dumb shit, but it just ended up not being as detrimental to the experience as I thought it would. And I'm happy for that. I'm happy that I'm enjoying the stage as much as I am. Is it my favorite stage? Not really, but, you know, I feel like my favorite stage is very unreasonable, because at the moment it's Final Tragedy, and I feel like there's not a single other soul who shares that opinion. So, with that being said, there's one more thing I want to talk about, and that is, so, it's about, making videos like this. There's a bunch of times when I want to, like, upload something, but I don't think it's, like, quality enough, or like meets the standards of other stuff on this YouTube channel. And I kind of want to, I was thinking like in a few months if I should make a second channel for uploading things like that. Like I said, it would be until a few months, because at the moment I do want to focus on like school and stuff, because I'm gonna have, you know, school starting. I'm gonna have less time to play, because I really want to focus on that. I want to focus on building relationships with other people, specifically friendships, and I want to, you know, get good grades and stuff. I really want to. I want to do things that'll like improve my actual real life instead of just living entirely online, and I think that will benefit me a lot. And you know, because of that, like, I don't really want to focus on YouTube at the moment until I'm like stable in that department. But regardless, I do want to tinker around with the idea of making a second channel to upload random things, like stuff like this, random stars that like aren't super hard, they're still like pretty difficult. Maybe some single stars if I ever do things like that. I don't know. I just want to hear if you think that's a good idea, if you think it's stupid. You know, however you feel about it, just tell me, and you know, I'll consider it at some point. That's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about, though. I hope you enjoyed this. I am. This was pretty fun to go to, even if I did get a little frustrated sometimes. 'Cause some of those chokes, man. Some of those chokes when going for segment 3 of this were fucking annoying, but it was still pretty fun. Surprisingly so, like I said. Alright, I'll see you all in the next video, whenever that is. I don't know, I'm expecting to get this around like winter, but I don't know if that's realistic or not. But I'll see you guys whenever this happens. Bye. I don't know, maybe this is a weird thing to think, but I feel like it's weird to not want to be with someone because of their gender.
I kind of feel that completely, honestly. I feel like I generally don't like arbitrary reason not to be with someone in general. Like, that's also why I'm very complete. I feel like it just in general, like, rules like that are just weird. Like, you do that.
It's like, you know, it seems odd to me. Obviously, like, trauma is a different story, but like, that's not an arbitrary reason. This is getting kind of consistent. I should have died.
You didn't even get punished for saying that.
Yeah, I should have died twice there, by the way, but...
I was like, wow, here comes a punish for saying that. You're so gonna deserve it. No, you just got it. Pretty cool. Yeah, that is getting consistent. Now I feel like you're dying more and more to like the safe state.
Nice. Very clean. Getting better at that part too. It's good. I'm just generally getting past the blue tower part more often, which is good. I would like to try to get an attempt past 12, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some lemonade, BRB.
Okay.
Still not long jump?
C.
Maybe I should do something like this.
Really gotta get a second screen. I wish I could be playing a game like Civ 5 while still watching it.
See, where's the...
I would love a second monitor so bad.
Yeah.
I would love it for randomizer races so I could have like the tracker on one monitor.
Well, that'd be so handy instead of just doing what I did and just abandoning the concept of characters in favor.
Yeah. I would like to be able to like activate a setting that makes that way the emulator continues even when I click on something else, like it registers my inputs.
So I wonder what would be the
I nearly did a glitchy wall kick thing you said.
I wonder what secrets would be labeled as in Realm Manager.
Like the G-Walker.
The one where you like run two instances of the ROM, both of which are getting out the same inputs, and then you pause and unpause.
Oh, that thing. God, could you imagine? I don't even think it would help because you wouldn't even if you like pause on like the same frame to check if you got the frame or not. Or
No,
like
it probably wouldn't help, but like it'd be watching the controversy that would cause would be delicious.
Oh yeah, it'd be tasty. I mean, I'm already kind of threading a needle by doing pause buffer, change grip, frame walk macro strats, but tons of people use frame walk macros. It might be a bit controversial though, because it's like an actually like insane star where frame walk macros make a huge difference in difficulty.
I mean, you could just do the Delfino strat if they banned it. Like, I feel like if they banned it, the Delfino strat would probably become good.
What Delfino strat? Oh, the double firsty? Yeah, that would be shit to grind. Holy fuck. Like, the triple firsty arch isn't as bad as it sounds, because at the very least you can save it with a decent firsty ratio.
Yeah.
That would just be some major ass.
Yeah, I can see why you hate the idea of doing something that's...
And here's like, there's two parts where frame walk helps, and this is one of them, because it prevents the risk of getting corner framed. Kind of said that like Loca, quite a friend. Perfect. That jump used to be like the hardest thing ever. Now it's like easy.
You become a monster. Oh my gosh, Civ 5 loaded immediately. I love this computer. What the fuck, that was instantaneous.
Meet the power of a solid state drive.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with the solid state drive.
Is it an NVMe or a SATA?
What?
Is it an NVMe drive or a SATA drive? Oh, the HEFO died. Oh, that's...
Do I look like a nerd to you?
Yes. You do.
I don't know what the word you said means, unfortunately.
SATA...
You saw the terms used, and you saw the actual what they fucking looked like in the fucking video of Surprise Patch Wolf last night.
That was such a good video. I love his like vivid description of his existential dread.
Yeah,
It
while
brought me joy.
yeah, of just trying to deal with just the tedium of dealing with customer service while trying desperately to fix the issue that he had.
Okay, so the difference between a SATA and an NVMe SSD is that a SATA SSD is powered by a SATA connector, a SATA cable, and is capped at around 600 megabytes per second. An NVMe SSD connects directly via an M.2 slot in your motherboard and can do multiple gigabytes per second. The fastest ones are like 7 gigabytes a second.
That's like a fairly high amount.
Yes, that is why NVMe is so much better. Because SATA connectors aren't, or SATA SSDs are actually stopped by the actual, like, the limitations of the SATA interface.
I like how in ROM Manager, the object bank for like fucking Fire Sea Dark World and Bowser in the Sky is just labeled as Bowser first course, Bowser second course, Bowser third course.
I mean, it's efficient.
Gosh, I haven't played Civ in so long, I missed this game. Let's go discover animal husbandry. It's been months since I last discovered animal husbandry.
Never played a Civ game. What's animal husbandry?
It's a skill that lets you see horses. Until you have it, horses are invisible.
Why?
Because the lore-wise, it's because your Civ doesn't realize that they are useful. So as a result, you don't consider, like, you don't see them as a resource.
Isn't Civ the game where Gandhi has nukes?
Yeah, Civ is the game where Gandhi has the glitch. It was only
yeah.
ever an accident. It was only ever an accident in Civ 1. After that, it's been a run.
Yeah, it's been like, you know what? It's fucking hilarious. Let's keep it.
Which it kind of is very funny. I'll probably explore the west a bit more.
Yeah, and
PB.
I'm gonna block.
and I like how that's just been the running gag.
Oh, fuck.
I believe in you.
That is unfortunate. Got a triple first E and hit the ceiling.
Well, we're living.
Fuck, man. Stop hitting the ceiling.
You got this. I believe in you.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, Cole's left.
Yeah.
Didn't notice.
He commented on the interesting design of the cylinder and left. Okay. One more hard jump before I can call this save state complete, this segment complete, after nearly 3 hours of attempts. Or I could choke it and have to redo that entire thing. Let's hope for the former.
I believe in you.
I'm actually not nervous.
That almost sounded like I'm just trying to see which.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know what secrets even are labeled as in ROM Manager.
Okay. That's the last hard jump.
I believe in you.
Oh my god, I think that's it, right? This is a 16, which means, like, no matter what, even if I don't make to my goal section, like, I can still say, like, yeah, I got the thing I wanted, which was a 6 to 16. That's it.
That is a 16.
That's the hardest segment of C14 Red's done.
Let's go.
At least in a 2 save state completion. Let's see how far I can get.
And then save state where you're at now.
Oh no, I won't, because this isn't like the ultimate goal, but I achieved like the artificial goal. Well, like I achieved like the tangible goal, which is a 16 from here. Now I want to get the full deal.
Yeah.
Which is getting to there. Getting to like where you start doing the jump for 17. Okay.
GG's on the team.
I think we should let grab the front of these stairs, like that.
Shine really just loves like the most stressful platforming imaginable, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, dude. I did it. I got exactly where I wanted. This is where I wanted to reach from here, from this save state. I wanted to get to exactly this portion, and I just fucking did it.
Nice. Do you make a save state now?
Well, I already have a save state here, yeah. That's it. I got the second segment. That's segment 2 of C14 Reds with 2 save states. It took 3 hours to get that. Really impossible to avoid.
Yeah, it does not seem optimal in the slightest.
So I guess just pray for no quarter frames.
Plus no quarter frames.
But it seems exceptionally rare, seeing as that's the first time it's happened, so... And who knows, maybe it might not be quarter frames, maybe I actually just made a mistake there and died.
Maybe.
Although if I did, then that would be really regardless of whether or not that was a mistake or quarter frames, it is still keeping up with the trend of me not getting this section for seemingly no good reason.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Just dying to random shit, man.
Hey, I won the war.
At least I'm getting the hard stuff like that.
Yeah, you just seem to be dying to bullshit. The thing about you is that you have a talent for like getting consistent but like random stuff. So just if you're getting good at the guard, I feel like one thing that's really good is that no matter what, like you tangibly are doing good with like the death card. So just I don't know, continue and know that things are gonna get better with it.
Yeah. That was a nice double firsty to remove having to grind for a bunch of shit there. Nice getting burned.
Okay, army, it's time to heal.
I don't even know this, but there's a really shitty scam that you can do.
What's your scam?
So, the scam is, you go on wish.com, right?
Uh-huh, what is that?
It's a shitty website.
Uh-huh.
It's like eBay, but with more scams. So you go there, and you buy a GPU.
Oh no.
The catch is, this GPU is a very low price for what is being advertised.
Huh?
But certainly it must be real. After all, no one would ever sell a fake GPU.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what they do. They sell you that GPU, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, the actual GPU die, the thing that like makes your graphics go ver, they swap it out for a significantly weaker chip. Then they sell you that GPU as if it was the GPU you actually purchased.
That sounds gross.
And that's how you get scammed. You can also do it with CPUs. You can sell a Ryzen 3600 as a fucking Athlon, which is a 10 years old processor.
That seems very unpleasant, yeah.
You can do it. What sucks is how prevalent these scams are, because like the Ryzen one that I just mentioned, that happened to someone who bought it from Best Buy.
That's crushing, jeez, Best Buy.
Yeah. To my knowledge, I think they got reimbursed, but still.
Yeah, that's like a real thing. You can
The
trust
scam is it's kind of like the Dell thing that happened to that one guy. The computer was so shit, but like he didn't know enough about computers to realize that like no, this is not correct, right? Or to know immediately what was incorrect.
Yeah.
So yeah, the scam is basically just like you're trying to troubleshoot what's wrong with the GPU without realizing like you just kind of get scammed. It's a very effective scam.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm really scared about buying stuff like that. One thing that I kind of like always remember is the fact when I was putting together my jump, my jump that cost me an entire summer interest. It's like a $2,000 down.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to put it together. The most expensive card in it is Liliana of the Veil, which is actually my favorite Magic card of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a deal for it for $50 online. Like someone was trying to sell a copy for $50, and it looked like $50. It's weird because it's like a really good deal for Liliana, but it's like not so good a deal that it's inherently suspicious. Like I could totally imagine someone trying to get her Liliana for $50.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and it comes here, and it's a really convincing fake, and I play it for 2 events before someone calls a judge on me and has me disqualified for playing a fake card, and it was painful. Like, I mean, to begin with, it was like a, you know, I spent $50 on it. I never got back. It was just something I fake. I was also just so excited because I was like, wow, I'm actually putting together Jund, and then I realized that like the central part of the deck is fake, and I get spammed.
I don't get it though, like what's so bad about playing with fake cards?
Nice, you're getting really consistent at that. That was one of the scariest things to say.
Yeah.
So, basically, there's a few reasons. One of them is the fact that, like, what the company sells is effectively the fact that they made the designs for the cards. Like, the cards cost cents for them to make, obviously. So, like, if they allow you to make fake cards, then, like, there's no reason, there's no way to make money. And, like, yeah, like, the reason that Magic cards are worth money is because you can play them at events to try to, like, you know, earn prizes, and also because you like the game. So, like, if they let you use fakes, then no one would buy the original ones, because, like, I mean, the Auto the Veil is a $90 card. Like, if you could buy a $1 Chinese fake, like, you just do that.
Yeah, it just seems kind of sad to just get DQ'd. At the very least, it's like, I don't know.
It was actually a really good fake too. Like the person had to bring out a jeweler's loop to realize that the textures were wrong. But actually, it's really cool. Like if you know what you're doing, you can figure out like which cards are fake really well using them as cool tricks. Nice. You are cool, and I respect the grind.
Okay, let's see if we can get past whole slopes.
You know what? Let's get greedy and invade more people. I killed this with Tony. I can totally pick on the Greeks.
Is this past slopes?
Past slopes, dog. Past slopes.
It is.
Odd. It seems like the Greeks know they're setting up for war. Little do they know. This turn, I discovered dynamite, and with dynamite comes artillery, the most overtuned unit in the game. Artillery are so broken. Time to conquer the world. Well, time to conquer the world after making enough money to upgrade every cannon. Oh my gosh, these things are so OP.
The fact that I nearly got past Blue Tower again is a really good sign, because it means like that consistency is not like a one-day thing. It's like, yeah, that's repeatable.
Yeah, you are indeed a true Chongman.
Come on, look at me. Thank you.
But you just want attention.
Look at me, I'm Dr. Zoidberg.
Okay, the Greeks. You're right to worry, and it's time for you to die!
Okay, 5 firsties is pretty high up.
Okay, we're at war with the Greeks now.
It seems
Let's see how that
inefficient.
goes.
Aren't the Greeks strong?
The Greeks were strong in ancient civilization days, but now it is 1710 AD. Humanity has reached 1910 AD levels of development because I play really well. And there is no way that they're gonna survive this one.
Yeah, it seems like
Also,
a bit
I
of
have-
a...
What?
Seems like a bit of a Greeks lose scenario.
Also I have artillery. Artillery are genuinely the most overtuned unit to sit by. It's actually disgusting.
That was terrifying. I had a very, very strong angle there. I was basically going like perfectly straight.
And then, no matter what happens, you never go straight, and this time you look straight.
Like that could have done like the crazy strat.
Crazy face, crazy face. I need more money! I need money to invade the Greeks! I can't upgrade all my units yet.
Okay, don't get death pixeled this time, please. There we go. Getting death pixeled is suboptimal.
You think? It's controversial.
Okay. Another 24, right? Very nice.
That's pretty exciting. Stern.
Alright. Is God wearing black? That's a very emo sentence.
Yeah.
I'm too soft to be emo.
Soft, comfy, ooey, dummy.
Okay. I actually could have gone for that now that I think about it.
We fear nothing.
God damn it, Amp. Stop being you.
That's mean, telling someone not to be themselves, but I'm sincere.
Okay, the Amp's being a homie now. Now he's throwing that ass in a circle.
Okay, so upgrade to artillery, upgrade to artillery, existing artillery, do artillery things. Gosh, it's not even difficult. Artillery is just so broken, things just die.
Isn't this the nature of war? Oh my god, that was lucky.
Ooh. Yeah. I was scared for a second with that one.
Oh my god. Okay, sure, whatever. I'm alive, even though I should have died literally 3 different times there.
Well, we take those.
They almost died again there. The wall pushed me out and the scuttlebug was about to give me a fucking licking.
Have you considered not being a fool?
Yeah, these are the strats that give you heart attacks.
Yeah, no kidding. Ooh.
These are the kinds of
Thank-
strats that contribute to the biggest killer in the United States. Heart disease joke.
Yeah. Oh, but this one of the really cool things about Civ is that, like, so when you enter the industrial, like, obviously industrialization gives you all kinds of cool shit, but it's literally industrialization.
Mm-hmm.
But like, which industrial tech you go for first is like a big decision, because like you can only research one at a time, and like you're gonna fall drastically behind in anything you don't research. So one thing you can research is public schooling. Public schooling is broken. I should probably take a test.
Sounds like it would be. Come on. Okay. Keep talking.
So public schooling is kind of broken. It gives you huge science bonuses because, like, yeah, you have an educated population. You do better science now.
Mm-hmm.
You can go for industrialization, which for the actual technology called industrialization is factories, which are also broken. You have factories now. Your opponents are still building things by hand. Or you can go with dynamite, because your artillery, and artillery is for the early industrial era, the most overtuned unit in the game. So if you go for not artillery, if an opponent went for artillery, they can just kill you because they have artillery, and anything that isn't artillery is gonna die to artillery. However, if you go for schools and you manage to not get invaded, you're just gonna win the game because you're gonna be like a fucking 100 years more advanced.
It seems pretty unbalanced in terms of meta.
It's the opposite. Like, basically, since you're torn between 3 broken choices, you typically which one you go for is like this huge decision that, like, in a multiplayer scenario feels really good. It's like sometimes you go for education and you correctly read that no one's invading you, and then you just win, and that feels amazing. And sometimes you like build artillery and just conquer 3 people, and that also just feels amazing.
So basically, if I'm not misunderstanding, you essentially are using all of the knowledge that you've gained throughout the playthrough to make a super huge decision that basically the entire game banks on.
Yeah. Typically, I mean, well, at a high level play, the game is usually settled before you reach the early industrial era. But outside of that, like, yeah, this is like the big fork for the industrial era, like, in terms of wins. And it's really good.
This is
I won the
officially a
artillery,
PB.
and as a result, I just one hit a crossbow. My opponent's using crossbows and his artillery. The thing got 1 hit. The thing got erased. The thing got deleted. That person had a family.
Okay, barely lived that, but it's fine. Actually wasn't as close as it seemed. I'm gonna play that safe. Dude, heave ho, can you stop fucking blocking the road? There we go. Okay. Okay. That's quite a scary ledge grab.
Yeah, no kidding.
Seeing as like how much banks on it.
Yeah.
The one good thing about the glitchy wall kick strat is that you don't have to do that ledge grab. Okay. There's only 2 more big things that could kill me. And if I play it safe, only 1 more.
It sounds like you should play it safe. I think so.
Alright, here's the first thing that could kill me. It's the one that kills you if you don't play it safe.
That was a lot of firsties.
Okay, 6 firsties, that's enough to safely cross. Especially if you get another quintuple firstie. Sorry, sextuple. Septuple. Alright.
You're kind of a chonga.
One more thing that can kill me. That was funny.
I don't even know what happened for you there.
The amp. Do not get hit by that. I don't want to tumble down the whole stairs into the quicksand.
That would be a very spectacular death. Like, just painfully tumble it all the way down. If it wasn't so crushing, it'd be fucking hilarious.
That is all the hard parts done. That's all the medium parts done. That's all the things that can realistically kill you done. That's it.
And let's go! Good job, buddy. That's
C14 reds and 2 save states. Let's go. I needed that break and I nailed it.
Nice. Oh my gosh, this is just after 1 day of sleeping in it. I feel like you're gonna get the star a lot faster than you think. Honestly. You're incredible.
Don't save the game because I didn't really get it. But that's it. 2 save states. Let's go. I did it.
2 save state conclusion.